Have you been trying to manifest with no result? Or you tried all this manifestation technique but nothing seems to be working? Hi friends, it's Ayu. Welcome back to the channel. I am so happy to have you here. In today's video, we are going to talk about what is manifesting, the reason why you're not manifesting, and what you can do about it, and some tips at the end on how you can manifest consistently. So what is manifestation? Manifestation is nothing other than bringing your thoughts into reality. It is so simple. It is so easy. You have been manifesting your whole life. Most of the time, you're doing it unconsciously. Let's say you think about eating pizza today and somebody bring you pizza. Now that is manifestation. So you have been doing this your whole life. Now what we're talking about is conscious manifesting. Is when you desire something and you do certain things in order to achieve that. When you do conscious manifesting, you are consciously creating your life. Sometimes certain desires doesn't come into your life. The reason why you are not manifesting your desires. Number one, it can come from neediness. That is when you put your desires on a pedestal. When you put your desire on a pedestal, it's like you being so needy of your desires. You make it so difficult for yourself because you think that your desire is so out of reach. Let's say somebody have a crush on you and that person start to text you all the time, start calling you all the time, and be on your face all the time. And you can see this person being so needy. That person give off needy energy. And what you do, most of the time you will get put off by that energy. You just want to run away. So it's the same thing with your desires. When you put your desires on a pedestal, your desire is going to want to run away from you. Number two is because you have negative thoughts and belief system about your desires. This is a big one because a lot of times resistance come in a way where you think that you're not worthy of your desires. When you have negative thoughts about your desires, no matter how many times you affirm, how many times you do visualization, how you do scripting, how you do meditation, it doesn't matter, because when you have a negative thoughts about your desires, you are not going to be aligned with it. So what is your negative belief system about this desire? Let's say you desire a certain amount of money, and during your manifestation you find it so difficult to do. You see all the signs, you see, or you're not seeing a sign at all. You've been affirming or scripting or visualizing and nothing happens. Then you have to dig deep inside and figure out what negative belief that you have around money and where does it come from. Because when you have negative thoughts and belief system about your desire, it is going to be very difficult to align with your desires. And when you're not aligned with it, there is no way you're going to achieve it. Number three is you're not being consistent with your technique. When you are not being consistent with your technique, you are not allowing your subconscious mind to accept a new reality. When you switch one technique to the other, you have to readjust your mind to adjust to the new technique. So your subconscious mind didn't have the time to accept the new concept, the new belief that you put in it. And number four is that you are too attached to how your manifestation to come. This means that you're trying to control how your manifestation comes to you. Actually, there are no rules in manifestation. You can decide on how you want it to come to you. But if you have so much resistance to it and you're trying to control it, you are not going to be able to receive your manifestation. What I'm trying to say is, when you're trying to control how your manifestation comes to you, Sometimes that could be a resistance to your manifestation. Just allow your manifestation comes to you naturally. It doesn't have to be from a certain way, because the universe knows what is best, how to give it to you the best. You don't have to force certain things if those certain things hard. So it is allowing your manifestation to come to you naturally. You can insist on certain things. You can create things however you want to create. There is no rules to manifestation. But when certain things is hard, don't force it. Just go with the flow. If you find value in this video, please take a moment to hit that like button. Thank you. So what can you do when you have resistance? The first thing that you can do is to recognize that you have resistance. Don't just go wandering around about why it's not working, or thinking that, oh, manifestation is not for me, it doesn't work for me, this is a bunch of BS. So you have to understand that you have resistance. Those way of thinking is actually resistant itself. So recognize that you have resistance, and then you need to list all of your resistance, and you need to recognize your negative belief system. Once you recognize your resistance and your negative belief systems, then you are able to let it go. So how do you let it go? The first thing that you need to do is to accept that you have those resistance. Accept that you have those negative belief system. Allow yourself to be in an acceptance mode. Accept that about yourself. Then you have to be the best friend and tell yourself that it is okay. It is okay to have those resistance, and it is okay to let it go now. You have to be able to soothe yourself. You have to be able to comfort yourself. Give yourself some love. Don't be too hard on yourself. It's okay to have resistance, and it's okay to let it go. Once you let go of that resistance, you need to allow the universe to bring you your manifestation, which means is not trying to control how your manifestation will come. Little tips on how to manifest with resistance is to not give up. Don't give up on your manifestation. Give yourself the love that you need. Give yourself the support that you need. Be your best friend, because you are worthy. You are worthy of your desires.